Top 15 forbidden places you're not allowed to visit. When you start organizing your vacation, the world is at your fingertips. However, there are some locations you will never be allowed to visit, usually for valid reasons. Which places on Earth cannot be visited? In today's video, we'll show you some of the most forbidden places that you aren't permitted to visit. Number 15. Snake Island, Brazil. Golden lance-head vipers reside on Snake Island, which is located off the coast of Brazil. These snakes' venom is capable of instantly killing people by melting their skin. The Brazilian government has prohibited anyone from visiting this island due to the estimated 4,000 snakes on it, or one snake for every square meter. This place is definitely a nightmare come true for a lot of people. Number 14. Area 51, Nevada. If you're unfamiliar with Area 51, you should Google it. Area 51 is a government facility used for, well, we're not exactly sure what kind of testing. In the past, a lot of people confused its use for testing particular aircraft with what they thought were flying saucers from outer space. But that was years ago. What's going on now? The government did not formally recognize this region's existence until about 2013, so we can only speculate as to what is going on. Number 13. North Sentinel Island, Andaman. Situated on a mysterious island off the coast of Thailand is one of the most pristine tribes in the world. This gorgeous tropical island is surrounded by a massive coral reef that is ready to destroy any boat that approaches too closely. If you make it past the coral reef, you will almost certainly perish because the tribe that is waiting for you is among the most dangerous in the region. In the early 2000s, two fishermen went fishing and became a little lost, ending up on the shores of North Sentinel Island. When the tribe discovered them, they were massacred. India has tried in vain to establish relations with this group of people on multiple occasions. You are not permitted to do so at this time. You are not allowed to go anywhere within 3 miles of this island at this time for obvious safety reasons. Number 12. Svalbard Global Seed Vault, Norway. The Svalbard Global Seed Vault, which contains 309 seed samples from around the globe, was made to last. These seeds provide protection from natural or man-made disasters, allowing us to rebuild in the event of a future catastrophe. Svalbard, an island in Iceland, is home to it, and very few people even have the building's keys. Very few people are permitted inside on days when they accept new seeds. Number 11. Bohemian Grove, San Francisco. Perhaps the strangest, creepiest place in America to meet is the Bohemian Grove. The men who attend this exclusive group are the wealthiest and most powerful in America, setting them apart from other events that resemble cults. There is a 15-year waiting list prior to the $25,000 club admission fee. After that, in order to maintain your membership, you must pay $5,000 annually. You also need to have attended an Ivy League university for your education. George W. Bush, Clint Eastwood, and Richard Nixon have all been members. To make a long story short, this brotherhood is composed of various groups that each have unique roles to play in the Bohemian Grove. In addition, recordings of people partaking in activities like drag queen costumes and occult rituals have been made over the years. This gathering has only been witnessed by two people. Alex Jones, a filmmaker and far-right radio host, sneaked into the facility to capture the bizarre rituals on camera. Writer for Vanity Fair Alex Shumatov spent roughly 4 hours on the property before being taken into custody. Number 10. Surtsey, Iceland. This beautiful island is not too old. It came into being in 1963 after a volcano erupted, creating this island. These days, no one is allowed to go near this island because it is one of the few landmasses that is still uninhabited by humans. Scientists are allowed to conduct research on the island, but they must leave the area spotless afterward. They sleep on bunk beds in a small cabin to minimize their impact on the land. Number 9. Chapel of the Ark of the Covenant, Ethiopia. The Ark of the Covenant Chapel is home to the 2 stone tablets that God gave Moses that contain the 10 Commandments. It is also claimed that the case contains Aaron's rod and a pot of manna. God gave the Israelites the edible substance known as manna to aid them on their desert journey. Only one priest is allowed to view the Ark because it is believed that if another priest sees it, they will implode. Number 8. Pripyat, Ukraine. Beneath trees in the ghost city of Pripyat in the Chernobyl exclusion zone is a collapsed school building. Pripyat was evacuated because of high radiation levels 30 hours after the Chernobyl nuclear plant accident on April 26, 1986. There were 49,360 people living in Pripyat when it was founded in 1970. Unfortunately, Pripyat, near Chernobyl, was permanently evacuated the day after the 1986 nuclear accident. Number 7. Diego Garcia, British Indian Ocean Territory. There used to be 2,000 people living on the gorgeous little island of Diego Garcia in the middle of the Indian Ocean. In 1973, the British forced everyone living on the island to leave so that the US could build a military base there. It is still in use by the US Army today. Number 6. Lascaux Caves, France. Some of the most famous prehistoric cave paintings can be found in Lascaux Cave, a Paleolithic cave in the Dordogne region of southwest France. It is situated adjacent to the Montignac village. There are almost 600 paintings on the cave's inner walls. Most of them are exquisite animal compositions. Horses are the most prevalent animal, but there are also plenty of deer, aurochs, bison, ibex, and even cats. Apart from these paintings that feature most of the main images, there are roughly 1,400 engravings in a similar order. The area appears to be a hotspot based on the multiple discoveries of beautifully decorated caves. The general consensus suggests the artist's sophistication, even though the exact meaning of the paintings at Lascaux and the other sites is still up for debate. They have a ritualistic or even spiritual quality to them. The UNESCO World Heritage Sites list included Lascaux and other neighboring prehistoric sites in 1979. Number 5. Metro 2 Moscow. There are 4 lines that are believed to be between 50 and 200 meters below the surface that make up the Metro 2 railroad, which connects the Federal Security Service and the Kremlin. This railway was constructed during Joseph Stalin's regime and is reportedly still used by the Ministry of Defense and Main Directorate of Special Programs. Number 4. Bank of England Vaults, England. This is one of those locations where you know for sure that you could never go inside. Yes, those are actual gold bars that are traded between countries and individuals. Each bar has a printed weight and serial number on the underside. Transferring a single bar of gold from one owner to another only requires deleting the prior owner's account number and adding the new one. Number 3. Jiangxi National Security Education Museum, China. Entry to this museum is restricted to Chinese nationals only. It is crammed with artifacts from the hundreds of years of inventions and strategies employed to defeat adversaries and prevail in battles. Viewing these historic items is carefully allowed, but taking pictures inside the structure is not allowed. Number 2. Javara Reserve, Brazil. The Javara Reserve in Brazil is an extremely protected, pristine area. Photographs have been taken demonstrating the continued presence of tribes in the Javara Reserve, where families, longhouses, and huts can be found in this heavily inhabited region. After years of uncertainty about the presence of tribes in the reserve, this is a relief. Number 1. Room 39, North Korea. North Korea has a mysterious room called Room 39. It is restricted if you are able to travel to North Korea because it is closely associated with much of the corruption that is present there. It is alleged that North Korea is printing counterfeit US dollars to offset the extreme valuelessness of their own currency. But that's not all the storage that Room 39 offers. There are also a lot of illicit drugs stored in Room 39. It goes without saying that you most likely don't want to go inside anyhow. Hence, ending today's video, these were some locations in the world that are forbidden, and nobody wants to visit because of its danger and risk. Please click the like button and subscribe to our channel if you enjoyed our video and want to see more entertaining and interesting videos in future.